Hi, welcome back to week 31 of reading our Bible in the year. And this week's lesson is due season. And our readings are going to be Ecclesiastes 1 to 12 and Psalms 97 to 106, with day 7 as our catch-up day. The book of Ecclesiastes consists of poetic writings by King Solomon. He starts off by saying that every activity under the sun has an appointed time. In Ecclesiastes 3, 2-8, each verse notes a characteristic activity of life matched with its opposite. Just as surely as something good happens, something bad can and will happen as well. Just as surely as day comes, night is sure to arrive. Just as surely as summer comes, stick around and you'll see winter soon. That's the way God ordained it. By the same token, nobody wants to suffer or be in need, but unfortunately will happen. Nevertheless, the good news is that it won't last. As 1 Peter 1:6 says, "In this you greatly rejoice, through now for a little while. If you need be, you have been grieved by various trials." But guess what? It's only for a season. So while we're waiting on our season of grace and favor, we have to keep in mind that whatever happens is in God's plan. God has allowed it all for a purpose. We have to learn how to accept God's timetable. We've got to trust that He knows exactly what He's doing. Ecclesiastes 3, 9-11 says. What do people really get for all their hard work? I have seen the burden God has placed on us all. Yet God has made everything beautiful for its own time. He has planted eternity in the human heart, but even so, people cannot see the whole scope of God's work from beginning to end. Truth is, we'll never be able to understand the mind of God. He is infinite in His wisdom, and our minds could never possibly understand His ways. We have no idea what God will do or how He's going to do it. We just have to trust His timing and His plan. If you can just make it through one season, you'll eventually embrace the next. If you can get through the season of lack, God will shift you into a season of overflowing. If you can make it through the season of sickness, God will shift you into a season of good health. If you can get through the season of silence, God will shift you into a season of revelation. But you've got to trust God through this season. Don't be discouraged, and by all means, do not despair. Recall what Paul wrote in Galatians 6:9, "Let us not grow weary while doing good, for in due season we shall reap if we do not lose heart." No matter the season you're in right now, get through it so that you can get to your due season. Points to ponder. 1. Understanding that there are various seasons of life. What is the most difficult to accept about the hard seasons? 2. How have you handled your hard seasons in the past? And 3. Going forward, what will you do differently when your seasons begin to change? And the verse of the week. For everything there is a season, a time for every activity under heaven, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to harvest, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to tear down and a time to build up, a time to cry and a time to laugh, a time to grieve and a time to dance, a time to scatter stones and a time to gather stones, a time to embrace and a time to turn away, a time to search and a time to quit searching, a time to keep and a time to throw away. Ecclesiastes 3, 1-6. Thank you, and we'll see you next week.